Hi guys, I'm back again, and let's finish up this picture, shall we? I'm getting a little bit tired of looking at it. So the first thing we were gonna do is a little bit of mistake I discovered the other day when I was looking at this again. I have some hair poking through my neck, so we will be going down here to create a new layer. And then we will be using the clone stamp tool, and we will put the opacity up a bit, above 70 but not exactly 100%. Then you go over here, and to sample you make sure current and below are selected, because if you only use the current it will only sample from the current layer you have selected. And since we made a new layer, there is nothing to sample from. So yeah, current and below is what you want, because it will sample from the layer below and paint over the new layer. So hit Alt on your keyboard to sample from, and then paint over it. And the reason we are using a little bit softer opacity is because 100% is a bit too harsh for me, and that means you are actually sampling 100% of the pixels, and you don't want exactly this over your hair, because that looks stupid. You want it to blend in nice and smooth. Something like this. I'm only showing you pretty quickly now, but yeah, now you can't see that little piece of hair anymore. It's gone. So right click that layer and merge it down. And by now I'm usually pretty okay. I'm pretty settled with this image, but I'm gonna show you just another quick tip or two that I use for these kind of pictures. So I am going to duplicate this layer by holding and dragging my mouse and releasing it over the new layer, so you have a completely new layer. Then you go ahead and select here and set to soft light. This will make all the colors on the screen really pop out and stand out. So yeah, this is way too harsh for me to be using, so I'll be going to image, adjustments, and to curves. And what you want to do here now is to just mute down the colors, make them softer. So grab the right side of the handle and drag it down. This, as you can see, really tones down the lighter colors. And do the same thing for the left side, because that mutes down the darker colors. Like if you go all the way down here, it even lightens up all the dark colors. But you want it about lower than half. That's good for me. And hit OK. Now you have this new soft light layer. If that's too dark, too vibrant for your image, you can just lower down the opacity till where you are satisfied with it. I want something like this. I think this is pretty good for me. But now, as you can see, because of this layer, it's a bit dark. You can either mask out the pieces which you think is too dark, which for me is the hair and the eyes, or you can just go ahead and create a new layer and also set that one to soft light. And make sure your foreground color here is white. Grab your brush tool, opacity to 100%, flow to 100%, make that one bigger, and in the middle here with the hardness, yeah, soft and hard, I'll have something 40, 50 something, and just paint over your hair to get the hair texture to come out again. I showed this in another tutorial, how soft light can really make your image stand out and make it look good. I use the soft light layer a lot in my pictures because it is great, it really is. So yeah, something like that. And then zoom in on the eyes. The eyes are way too dark right now. So, and by bringing up this tool here with the brush tool sizes, I just right click. That brings it up. So now I want to make it smaller to fit in the eye, which I can do by just scrolling downwards. So just paint over the eye too, like that, and like this. Oops, I missed a little bit, so go ahead and grab the eraser tool. And go ahead and delete that too, and see what this looks like. Yeah, I missed a bit, so you can go ahead and delete if you missed erase if you missed anything, and lower the opacity a bit, because I almost made the hair brown. You don't want that, you want the hair to look like it should look. But something like that. So now I can go ahead and merge the layers you've been working on. And there, that's a picture I would absolutely blog right away, because I'm pleased with that. And to just compare, this is what I started with. You can see the harsh edges around the jaw, around the nose, even around here. And then we activate this layer again. Nice smooth edges, a little bit more vibrant colors. I'm pleased with that. And if you want to crop this image down, just hit up here with the crop tool, and you can just crop this down a bit. Like I said, I was gonna crop most of this out anyways. And the good thing with the crop tool, you can see up here, you have the rule of thirds activated right now, but you can also go ahead and choose grid, diagonal, things like that. Unconstrained, you can go 1 by 1, so you get the exact 1 by 1, or maybe even 4 by 5, 2 by 3, whatever you think looks good, use that. Me, I'm gonna go right ahead and choose something like this. That's good enough for me. So yeah, thank you for watching these tutorials. They have been really fun to make, and I hope you learned at least something. I will be making more tutorials after this, so yeah, keep an eye on the blog. I'll keep at it.